It is official. The flat earth subgenius has denounced the Church of the Subgenius. And even Bob. I am better than Bob. I'm better than the Church of the Subgenius. The co-founders themselves, well, I can't speak for Philo, but I can speak for Ivan, because Ivan is nothing more than a mere hollow and spherical earther, while I myself am a hollow, round, flat, electromagnetic, etc. earther. So that makes me feel good. Far superior than the co-founders of the Church of the Subgenius themselves. And I'm going to learn about some transformational grammar. I'm pretty sure it was invented by Noam Chomsky. And I'm going to learn, and I'm going to present to you. And I'm also going to show you how my robots collect globe Earth data news information from all of the websites that I program them. And my Globe Earth network, my Globe Earth robot news collecting network, I haven't checked it in probably about a month, and I can guarantee you they've probably done more research than you have in your entire life. And I'm going to show you what my robots do. And I haven't checked actually in a month, and I'm going to live comment on it. It's going to be hilarious. What's up, Lilith? What are you pondering there? What's up, Thirst for Truth? 5 people watching. Hail Eris, and praise Bob. Speaking of Bob. Yes, the survivors. So let's see here. I'm going to learn some transformational grammar by Miss Sheila May. She's got a PhD from the Institute of Graduate Studies, Master in Arts and Education, major in language teaching. She's a professor in the North Philippines. I think that's pretty good. I think I'll learn from her. It'll only take a little bit of time. Thanks for joining. Let's see here. What's up, Ronan? Ronan. Check it out here. So Transformational grammar, a device for generating sentences in a language. It generates only the well-formed or grammatically correct sentences of a language, since it is meant to create the rules and principles which are in the mind or brain of a native speaker. It generates only the well-formed or grammatically correct sentences of a language, since it is meant to create the rules and principles which are in the mind or brain of the native speaker. Noam Chomsky believed that grammar has recursive rules allowing one to generate grammatically correct sentences over and over. Our brain has a mechanism which can create language by following the language principles in grammar. Our brain has a mechanism which can create language by following the language principles in grammar. Well, yeah. Transformational process of the syntactic structures, according to Chomsky's transformational grammar, can be best summarized by adding, deleting, moving, and substituting of words. Yeah, exactly. These changes take place through specific rules, which are called transformational rules. Dude, I was doing this shit as a kid. I was always adding, deleting, moving, and substituting and editing words. But guess what? The teachers in the school didn't like that. Young Danny was a dangerous boy. Generally, any sentence structure contains a noun phrase, NP, and a verb phrase, VP. In the sentence, Vicky laughed. Vicky is a NP and laughed is a VP, verb phrase, noun phrase. The sentence could change to the woman laughed. The woman is the noun phrase and laughed is the VP. You can extend the sentence to Vicky, who lives near me, laughed. Vicky, who lives near me, is the NP. Laughed is the VP. Expanding the sentence, Vicky, who lives near me, laughed loudly. The NP consists of Vicky, who lives near me, and the VP is laughed loudly. Deep and surface structure. Deep structures are the input to the semantic component, which describes their meaning. Surface structures, so deep structures, are the input to the semantic check. Sorry, I'm listening to my dog upstairs. Deep structures are the input to the semantic component, which describes their meaning. Surface structures are the input to the phonological component, which describes their sound, so how they sound. Surface structures, how they sound, are the input to the phonological component, which describes their sound. Deep structures are the input to the semantic component, so that's how it's worded, is deep structures. In short, deep structure determines meaning. Surface structure determines sound. Deep structure determines meaning. Surface structure determines sound. Oh, that's cool. I've seen this before. Surface structure. Transformational derivation. Deep structure. Semantics. Oh, wow. Aspects model of transformational grammar. Deep structure. 1965. Semantics. So it starts here then. Well, so it's interesting how the deep structure is over the surface structure. Interesting. So then how it sounds to you, well then, interesting. This model has three essential characteristics. First, the meaning or semantic interpretation of a sentence is determined from its deep structure. Yes, that's exactly what I just said. Second, the pronunciation or phonetic interpretation of a sentence is determined from its surface structure. Yes, yes. How you when you hear it, how it sounds to you determines. So how it sounds to you, the pronunciation interpretation of a sentence is determined from its surface structure. And third, the role of transformations is seen as converting the semantically relevant level of linguistic description into the phonetically relevant level. So third, the role of transformations is seen as converting the semantically relevant level of linguistic description into the phonetically relevant level. Well, it has to sound nice. Should be worded nicely and should sound nice. This is what that says to me. Let me pull this closer. Let me see if you guys are here. At work but listening, cool. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Innate linguistic knowledge. Empiricus. It's a tough one to say. Rationalist. Mind as a tabula rasa, containing no knowledge prior to experience and placing no constraints on the forms of possible knowledge, except that they must be derived from experience, such as mechanisms as the association of ideas or the habitual connection of stimulus and response. All knowledge comes from experience. Yeah, and empiricus. It's just a weird word. Empiricus. It sounds like a name of a king or something. Rationalists. Human beings have knowledge that is not derived from experience, but is prior to all experience and determines the form of the knowledge that can be gained from experience. Knowledge is implanted innately and prior to experience. I think both are correct. Chomsky's view. The information that the child is presented with when other people, the information that the child is presented with when other people address him or when he hears them talk to each other is limited in amount, fragmentary, and imperfect. There seems to be no way the child could learn the language just by generalizing from his inadequate experiences, from the utterances he hears. Furthermore, the child acquires the language at a very early age, before his general intellectual faculties are developed. It's called, what is it? Horace's hypothesis. No, Worf's hypothesis. It's called Worf's hypothesis. Indeed, the ability to learn a language is only marginally dependent on intelligence and motivation. Stupid children and intelligent children, motivated and unmotivated children all learn to speak their native tongue. If a child does not acquire his first language by puberty, it is difficult and perhaps impossible for him to learn one after that time. Formal teaching of the first language is unnecessary. The child may have to go to school to learn to read and write, but he does not have to go to school to learn how to talk. The child has a universal grammar, so to speak, programmed into his brain as part of his genetic inheritance. In the most ambitious versions of this theory, Chomsky speaks of the child as being born with a perfect knowledge of universal grammar, that is, with a fixed schematism that he uses in acquiring language. The child may learn any human language on the basis of very imperfect information. That being the case, he must have the forms that are common to all human languages as part of his innate mental equipment. Over halfway there already. One traditional argument against the existence of innate language learning faculty is that human languages are so diverse. One traditional argument against the existence of innate language learning faculty is that human languages are so diverse. The differences between Chinese, Nudka, Hungarian, and English, for example, are so great as to destroy the possibility of any universal grammar, and hence languages could only be learned by a general intelligence, not by any innate language learning device. Chomsky has attempted to turn this argument on its head. In spite of surface differences, all human languages have very similar underlying structures. They all have phrase structure rules and transformational rules. They all contain sentences. These sentences are composed of subject-noun phrases and predicate-verb phrases, etc. Grammatical theories. In the 1960s, Chomsky introduced two central ideas relevant to the construction and evaluation of grammatical theories. First, distinction between competence and performance. Competence and performance. Linguistic performance. Chomsky noted the obvious fact that people, when speaking in the real world, often make linguistic errors, starting a sentence and then abandoning it midway through. He argued that these errors in linguistic performance were irrelevant to the study of linguistic competence. He argued that these errors in linguistic performance were irrelevant to the study of linguistic competence. Linguistic competence. The knowledge that allows people to construct and understand grammatical sentences. The knowledge that allows people to construct and understand grammatical sentences. Linguistic competence. correctness in terms of grammar. It is possible for a sentence to be both grammatical and meaningless. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. It is possible for a sentence to be both grammatical and meaningless. Yeah, exactly. There's so many meaningless sentences out there. It's like, say a sentence with grammatical meaning, please. Meaningful but ungrammatical non-sentences. So meaningful but ungrammatical sentences. I don't mind ungrammatical sentences that are meaningful. Man, the bit sandwich the. Man, the bit sandwich the meaning of which is fairly clear, but no native speaker would accept as well formed. That's true. Minimalism. Minimalist program aims at the further development of ideas involving economy of derivation and economy of representation. Huh, what the fuck does that mean? Economy of representation. I mean, guess I understand that. Economy, a principle stating that movements, transformations, only occur in order to match interpretable features with uninterpretable features. The plural inflection on regular English nouns, dogs. The word dogs can only be used to refer to several dogs, not a single dogs, not a single dog. And so this inflection contributes to meaning, making it interpretable. English verbs are inflected according to the number of their subject. Dogs bite versus a dog bites. But in most sentences, this inflection just duplicates the information about number that the subject noun already has. It is therefore uninterpretable. Representation. The principle that grammatical structures must exist for a purpose. Grammatical structures must exist for a purpose. Humans are hilarious. I.e., the structure of a sentence should be no larger or more complex than required to satisfy constraints on grammatical. I like that a lot. The structure of a sentence should be no larger or more complex than required to satisfy constraints on grammatical. I like that word, grammaticality. That is a nice word. The principle that grammatical structures must exist for a purpose. The structure of a sentence should be no larger than or more complex than required to satisfy constraints on grammaticality. I language and E language. I language exactly is eternal language, the linguistic knowledge that is in the mind of the speaker. E language, external language, observable linguistic output, sentences, songs, texts. Every fluent individual in a language community, has an I language, such as every individual can produce a potentially infinite E language. Interesting. That's cool. Every individual can produce a potentially infinite E language. E language is thus epiphenomenal. It is the result of I language. E language is the result of I language. Oh yeah. So the linguistic knowledge that is in the mind of the speaker determines the observable linguistic output. That's awesome. Okay, cool. And that's everything. We learned something, folks. I've been wanting to read that for a while. Excuse me. Cool. See? I got to learn something. I got to teach some people. Got to teach people and I got to learn some things. I get to get rid of another tab. Goodbye. I get to get rid of another tab. Goodbye. Conquered a room. However, the Muslims have already been forewarned about an enemy that will face them, the last prophet of God. Muhammad said that a man will appear after the Muslims have conquered a Roman city called Constantinople. He will first appear as a tyrannical king, then he will be claimed to be a prophet, and finally, he will claim to be the Lord God himself. Already the first part of the prophecy has been fulfilled. Constantinople was conquered and renamed Istanbul. The prophet further foretold that this liar would start to conquer the world, country by country, fortress by fortress, region by region, town by town, and no place will remain unscathed except the two holy cities of Mecca and Medina. He will possess powers to issue a command to the sky, and it will rain, and to the earth, and it will produce crops. He will call to a false religion and bring something which resembles paradise and hell, but that which resembles paradise will in fact be hell, and that which resembles hell will in fact be paradise. He is the Dajjal, meaning imposter, and he will be born with one eye, and your Lord is not one eye. Your Lord is not one eye. That's for sure. Praise Bob to that. Get up, stand up. All right, so I can get rid of that. And now, no, it's not over yet. I'm actually going to show you real quick all of my robots working for me. And I'm just going to read off to you all of the news that they've been collecting for the last month that I haven't read. I'm going to show you my live reaction. And you're going to laugh, and you're going to learn, and the other flat earthers will make videos and copy my bot news collecting network. And since I don't have, people supporting or helping me too much at all, like like other people, I'm a lone wolf here. I'm like the Owen Benjamin on the flat Earth plane, and so I'm going to read off to you these. Check it out. Check it out. See this? This is my chat room or my Discord group. Bots collecting news. Now let's check this out here. Oh no, nice. 7 new messages since 11/24, and 50 plus new messages since 12. See, so I haven't. Okay, so let's check. Let's check out these bots collecting news here. Watch this. This is gonna be good. There's gonna be a lot of news they collected. I haven't checked in fucking a month. Look at this. Look at this. Oh man, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be a lot of messages. But this is good though, because like I do so much work releasing links and articles and videos and doing deep research decades ago and hundreds of years ago into different scientists and different perspectives on many different topics and of many different fields of many different sciences. And so I have now learned how to program these robots and pick up all the breaking news on certain news feeds that I want them to learn from and or give me information and data on. So, wow, yeah, this is gonna be wow. They have a lot of news that they collected, and basically, I'm gonna prove that these robots have done more research than you probably in the past 5 years. I'm just gonna read off, and I'm gonna read off the absurdity of the news that they collect that the Globe Earthers think is there. Oh, what's that one? NASA hosts media teleconference to share Share twin study. Yeah, their DNA changed now. Yeah, they don't even share the twins don't share the same DNA anymore. Their DNA changed from being in space. Derper derper. Dude, this is insane. How many messages do they get here? Let me just go up. Okay, here it is. So check this out. So fuck, help me out, Doc. So cool. Check this out. We'll see if it works. Still hasn't. I'm trying to the server limit feed. I can have 5 different feeds from current active feeds from. So I got SpaceX, NASA breaking news, FeedSpot blog, some stupid space news things, all top news from Science Daily, and news and features from NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory. So I got these robots, these bots collecting news for me, and we'll see if it works. And obviously it has. I haven't checked it, and I've been saving this for you. So let's check this out here. Well, at least it's something. Shit news, but something at least. All right. So this is when I was seeing if it worked. I was just setting it up. So this was about a month ago. So all of this news this past month, I'm about to read you these robots collected. And yo, what's up, Dan W? Ronan Frequency, Mark Kelly married to Gabby Giffords. Bots collecting news. Hell yeah, Dan W. Fellow SubGenius friend here. Praise Bob. And so I'm going to prove, Dan W., that these bots that I've trained to collect the news from me from specific sites that I programmed into it are just feeding me the data from the sites that I wanted. And I'm going to read off the news that they collected in the past month about, as you saw, the date was 4/4, so that was less than a month ago. I'm going to show you that these robots have probably done more research than you, or at least your whole family, this whole past month. And I let the bots do the work, exactly what Dan W. says. Maybe you can learn from me. Obviously, there's 10 people watching, so obviously somebody is learning from me. And I know the Globe Earth comedians and the Flat Earthers and the Bible Earthers and the Convex Earthers they all watch. And I'm the one uniting the sports community, Hollywood, the religious community, the psychedelic community, and the spiritual community. And I'm calling it the Flat Earth Globe Earth Alliance. And I've been thinking about it and saying it since 2015, and now I'm doing it instead of talking about it. So here goes. Okay, check it out. Associating colors with vowels, almost all of us do. No, solar wind, and the blobs just keep on coming. Oh, this is a good one. Scientists re-inspected 45-year-old Helios data. Oh, what do you know? Scientists re-inspected 45-year-old Helios data, finding long trains of massive blobs like lava lamps, otherworldly bubbles, but 50 to 500 times the size of Earth, that ooze from the sun every 90 minutes or so. See, here it goes, folks. The first one I'm reading to you, solar wind. The blobs are just coming out from Helios data. They just re-inspected it, the scientists. And the blobs, the otherworldly bubbles, are like lava lamps, massive blobs 50 to 500 times the size of the Earth. And they ooze from the sun every 90 minutes or so. And I said, laugh out loud, now we're talking. So this was 4/4, and that was less than a month ago, like I said. And I haven't read what these things have said since. That's why it says Mark is read. Or Mark is read, yeah. So here goes. Let me take a sip of some water here. Hold on. All right. Cool. Oh, could you like and share, please? Thanks. And make sure you hit the bell and subscribe to me if you already aren't. And share this in your groups. So let's see here. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Curiosity captured 2 solar eclipses on Mars. Look at this. This is NASA Jet Propulsion Laboratories here. Curiosity captured 2 solar eclipses on Mars. Observing the Martian moons Phobos and Deimos crossing in front of the sun helps scientists better understand their orbits. Look at the potato. Flat Earth and other hot potatoes. Look at the potato. The potato is crossing. Curiosity captured 2 solar eclipses on Mars. Potato crossing. I'm going to keep this rolling here, folks. Ancient 4-legged whale with otter-like feathers found along the coast of Peru. I mean, this is just too easy. This is why I hired and thought of to get these robots to work for me. I don't have, tons of penguins working for me. I don't got tons of little Fepe penguins working for me. 33 Fepe penguins working for me. Editing videos and making, music videos. So I gotta create my own robot army. And I got these robots getting the Globe Earth global news for me. And now I'm reading off to you this hilarious news for you to make sound bites and to spread your own news and to laugh at the globalists more and more. Ancient 4-legged whale with otter-like feathers found along the coast of Peru. The group of whales and dolphins originated, a hoofed ancestor. Ooh, now researchers, ancient 4-legged whale. Yes, the ancient legged whale. You cannot forget about the legged whales found 40 million years ago, folks. I mean, this is why I got these bots to work for me. Jurassic crocodile discovery sheds light on reptiles family tree. Oh, I can only imagine. 150 million year old fossil has been identified as a previously unseen. Is the crocodile developed a tail fin and paddle-like limbs? Okay. It's a good robot is worth maybe 1 or 2 feathers. I like the idea of bots gathering shit. Of course you do, Dan. I'm here to learn everything I can. Knowledge is power. Fuck yeah, Ronan. What's up, Barris? Like and share. Appreciate that. Appreciate you for being here. Crappy heavy metal planet fragment survives destruction from dead star. So a fragment of a planet has survived the death of its star. Has been discovered by astronomers in a disk of debris formed from destroyed planets, which the star ultimately consumes. Dear God, it's just so ridiculous. Heavy metal, a fragment of a planet that has survived the death of its star. Wow, that is just dumb. I mean, NASA invites media to International Planetary Defense Conference. Media are invited to attend the 6th International Academy of Astronautics Planetary Defense Conference. So this is going on from yesterday, today, and it's going on till May 3rd. So make sure you go on nasa.gov and you troll them, the Academy of Astronautics Planetary Defense Conference in College Park, Maryland. If you're around there, make sure you go troll them. A NASA awards safety mission assurance engineering contract. Ugh. Electricity conducting bacteria yield the secret to tiny batteries, big medical advances. These strange bacteria conduct electricity via a structure never seen in nature. Top 10 cybersecurity audio podcasts and radio you must listen to. Oh, that's pretty cool. Garbage news. I'm just scrolling through to get the good stuff. Unexpected rain on sun links two solar mysteries. Wait, researchers find rain on the sun. I mean, this is exactly why I have robots working for me now. They found rain on the sun, folks. Okay? And now there's going to be flat earthers who are going to pretend like they found that story. And then they're going to upload rain on the sun on their channel. And they'll get thousands of viewers, subscribers, and money sent to them because they steal my ideas. But you're welcome, and I'll continue to give my free service to you on Montanized channel. So let's see here. I mean, now you know that it rains on the sun because of me. Because of the flat earth subgenius, you know now that it rains on the sun. So let's see here. Oh, thank you, Thirst for Truth. I appreciate that. Barris, yeah, I know. What's up, Ute? Oh, it's amazing. It rains on the sun. Researchers find rain on the sun in an unexpected place. Dude, this is amazing. The findings could create the new link between the two biggest mysteries in solar physics. Ooh, solar physics. Oh man, I'm gonna have to do some research on solar physics. NASA highlights science on next North Grumman mission to space station. Oh yeah, I remember actually seeing that. And the space station right now is malfunctioning, and they're about to crash the space station. Counting the many ways the International Space Station benefits humanity. Oh, really? I'd love to read this article. Oh man, because I'm always wondering, how does this fake tin cannon sky help humanity? Because they're doing all types of stuff up there. Dan, you're such a skeptic. You're such an anti-conformist. You're such a contrarian just to be one, Dan. Oh, that's gonna be. I'm definitely gonna read this article. Counting the many ways the space station benefits humanity. That's for sure. That's an important article. I mean, look at this cartoon right there. Oh, look! Wouldn't you know it? The moon's right in our atmosphere now. Oh man, the moon is right in our atmosphere. Right after I challenged them with $10,000 live on Antonio's feed, and I mirrored it on my channel. And then within a couple of days, the moon was suddenly within the atmosphere after I initiated a $10,000 cash challenge to provide a live footage feed of internet of a ship going through the Van Allen radiation belts and back. But yeah, let's just ignore that that actually happened in humanity. That all of the humanity had to change their science so that now suddenly in astronomy that the moon is in the Earth's atmosphere because I had issued a $10,000 challenge and to give me a challenge to show me a video of a spaceship live footage going through the Van Allen radiation belts, either there or back. And you can't do it, and it's nearly 2020. Go fuck off, you fucking liars. Large Antarctic ice shelf home to a UK research station is about to break. Large Antarctic ice shelf home to a UK research station is about to break apart. Ooh, this is a nice one. Glaciology. I like this. Glaciology experts have issued evidence that a large section of the Brunt ice shelf in Antarctica, which is home to the British Antarctic Survey's Halley Research Station, is about to break off. Damn, that's fucking sweet. The iceberg measuring over. Damn, dude. I mean, that is. These robots have already taught me a whole bunch of new words. I didn't know. I mean, I have heard of I've heard of solar physics before, but I never looked into it. I mean, I'm sure that has to do with like the solar winds, because I've only looked into the basics of that. That's just basic modern physics, is talking about the solar winds, but well, astrophysics, but yeah, solar physics and now glaciology. Man, I'm loving these robots teaching me stuff. How are you guys enjoying the robots? Don't you want your own robots working for you? Like now I have robots working for me, and I get to read off this news to you because it rains on the sun. and because the robots told me, my NASA robots, my NASA.gov news robots, they told me it rains in the sun. So, yo, what's up, Antonio? I'm just being innovative here, just being revolutionary like usual, Antonio. I'm just showing everyone that I got all my robots collecting my global globe Earth news now. Yo, Antonio, it rains on the sun now, just to let you know. Oh, that's amazing. All right, let me keep reading you off this news. I hope you're enjoying this. I am. I didn't know about this UK research station in the large section of the Brunt Ice Shelf, and I didn't know that it was called the Brunt Ice Shelf. There's a whole bunch. The British Antarctic Survey's Halley Research Station. I didn't know about these things, and now I do because the robots told me. Let's see here. NASA garners 7 Webby Award nominations. Yeah, they're winning. Oh shit! Nominees include 4 JPL projects, the Solar System and Climate websites, and a 360-degree Earth video. Ooh, Math Powerland would be very interested in this. I'm gonna have to like break some of these down. I'm gonna have to click on at least 3 of these links now. You see the ones clearly that I'm gonna have to click on. I'm gonna have to click on this and check out the 360-degree Earth video. I can do it right now, but I want to read off all of this the bot news first, and then you guys can check it out, and I'm gonna check it out on my own afterwards. Veteran NASA astronauts inducted in. Oh, this is great. Veteran NASA astronauts inducted into U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame. Hell yes. Got the U.S. Astronaut Hall of Fame. Like, I'm just teaching you guys so much new stuff that we didn't know existed. We got the Astronaut Hall of Fame, folks. It rains on the sun. It rains on the sun. Astronaut Hall of Shame. Yes. Oh man, what? Oh man, this is great. This is great. I hope you. Oh, this is great. This is so good. I got robots teaching me stuff now, and I'm showing you live how I learn. This is how Flat Earth SubGenius learns, and I'd still praise Bob, but the Church of the SubGenius. I am more intelligent now than the Church of the SubGenius, and I'm actually using Bob's own intelligence that he's permitted me to use via the luck plane. I've inherited Bob's luck, and now I'm surfing the luck plane. Gum bacteria. Okay, that's nothing. Okay, meeting glaciers causing sea levels to rise at ever greater rates. Melting. Melting glaciers causing sea levels to rise. Uh-oh, folks. Uh-oh. Glaciers alone lost more than 9,000 billion tons since 1961, folks. It's raising water levels by 27 millimeters. International research team, 27 millimeters. This 9 billion tons of ice since 1961 has been just raised at a darn dare water level by 27 millimeters. NASA administrator delivers keynote and speaks to media at Space Symposium. So now we have a NASA administrator at the 35th Space Symposium here, folks. Dear God, these robots are smarter than I can ever be. I got the artificial intelligence anti-matrix network here feeding me Globe Earth global news here now, and this is just incredible. I feel like some sort of fucking super genius, sub-genius now. I am the Flat Earth SubGenius. Let's see here, robots. I'm like Daniel in the lion's den. Survivor. Robots created with 3D printers could be caring for these in golden years. NASA selects 2 new space tech research institutes for smart habitats as exploration missions venture beyond low Earth orbit and to the moon. What? And eventually Mars. Wait, what? Wait. As exploration missions venture beyond low Earth orbit. Yeah, I understand that you guys admitted that recently, but to the moon and to the moon. What do you, and eventually Mars? I thought you were already there. What do you mean eventually Mars? As exploration missions venture beyond low Earth orbit and to the moon, and eventually Mars. I thought you were on Mars. I thought you had Johnny 5, Curiosity rover on Mars. Didn't you just say that Curiosity was on Mars? Oh my God. Unbelievable. Look at these idiots. So astronomers find evidence of a planet with a mass almost 13 times that of Jupiter. Giant Magellan telescope in Chile's Acama Desert will help to I totally pronounced that wrong. Will hope to obtain answers on the formation and evolution of these exotic environments. Yes, a planet 13 times, of course it's 13 times, the size that of Jupiter. Oh, now woolly mammoths and Neanderthals may have shared genetic traits. Of course, the Neanderthal monkey men, they fucked the woolly mammoths. Or sorry, the Yetis actually were the son of the woolly mammoths. The Neanderthals had sex with the woolly mammoths, which created the Yeti bloodline, which the SubGenius are direct descendants of. I am a Yeti mutant from the planet Mutanus, and it is a fact, folks. Okay. Okay, Jupiter's atmosphere heats up under solar wind. Yeah, solar wind. We all know about the stupid solar wind. Shut up. Ooh, let me stretch my leg here. Yes, that's nice. Ooh. More than 90% of glacial volume in the Alps could be lost by 2100. Wow. In 80 years, 90% of glacial volume in the Alps. First birth after robot-assisted uterus transplant. New state of matter. Elements can be liquid and solid at the same time. Yeah, I already know that. Like, why is this new? It's not new. It's not a new state of matter, physical matter, in which atoms can exist both liquid and solid simultaneously. That's not new. Like, if you know anything about science and physics, you would already have known that. That's a bad robot. A bad robot. Let's see here. They must know what they're talking about. Astronauts Hall of Fame. Jesus. I thought water levels lower if a block of ice melts. Ice takes up more volume than water. They are talking nonsense again. How do glaciers not all melt? Is the sea cold enough to prevent it from all melting? Astronauts to the moon. Under the Masonic moon. Elliot Hall, I think salt water can be below freezing and not melt, but have freshwater ice in that can be frozen. I think salt water can be below freezing and not freeze, but have freshwater ice in that can be frozen. Do icebergs melt in salt water the same way as in fresh water? I don't know. Hold on, let me stretch my ass and legs real quick. Alright, let me read this off. Oh, what does it say? Meet Blue, the low-cost, human-friendly robot designed for AI. What's up, Blue? You're my boy, Blue. Oh, that feels nice. Are brown dwarfs failed stars or super planets? You're a failed star, you little brown dwarf. You're such a failed star. You're such a failed star. Those brown dwarfs out there are. Wait, never mind. They're super planets. They fill in the gap between stars and the much smaller planets. But how they originate has yet to be fully explained. Astronomers may now be able to answer that question. Life could be evolving right now on nearest exoplanets. Yes, we got the exoplanets. Doop, doop, doop. There's like 500 billion million more exoplanets than we just realized yesterday. Yesterday, we had like 23 exoplanets, and now we just discovered 500 billion million more exoplanets. I mean, we got to study it, guys. A Jetson's future, assessing the role of flying cars in sustainable mobility. Yes, fucking finally, because 9/11 is the thing that stopped the flying cars. We were about to have flying cars, but 9/11 happened because we were about to have them flying cars. But they needed to have a plane hit those buildings. And now you can't have flying cars. You think 9/11 was about banksters? It's about flying cars, folks. They don't want you to have flying cars. Fuck, we gotta give them the phone and the internet. Alright, they took the internet from us. Shit. They got the internet. They took our drugs too. Fuck. Damn it. We tried to make fucking LSD illegal and cannabis and mushrooms, and we made it all Schedule 1 and illegal. Took their drugs away. Alright, let's take their mushrooms away. Let's take their LSD and their cannabis away. Let's take their DMT and ketamine and all these drugs that have therapeutic medical means here, and shit, they took all that and they're using it. Shit, they took the internet now? Oh, dude, now they have control of the internet and the drugs. Oh, shit. Now they're using drugs with the internet and spreading more memes. And now they're spreading new memes. Oh, shit. Wait, they're spreading new memes. NASA demos CubeSat laser communications capabilities. Two tiny satellites used lasers to communicate. See how they have stars here? See how you can see the other stars and shit? Oh, then like look at they have like stars suddenly showing up. Damn. But like you never have like it's always it's either sometimes there's stars and sometimes it's all black. It's all stars. They have stars, or sometimes it's all black. No, no, no. Why is it inconsistent? Oh, it has to be inconsistent. Tracking records of the oldest life forms on Earth. Ancient organic matter of biological origin has been tracked in multiple samples of rock spanning over 200 million years of Earth's history, according to researchers. According to researchers, 2,000 million years of Earth's history. Ancient organic matter has been tracked from 2,000 million years ago. Folks, it rains on the sun, and organic matter of biological origin can be tracked from samples of rock from over 2,000 million years ago. God damn it. Bob damn it. What's up, 717? I'm knackered and have been arguing with ballers all day. Sheesh, don't do that. That's not a good idea. Aisling, what's up? Is that like, is that That's not Cammy, is it? Is that Cammy? Am I wrong? Is that Cammy No Doubt? Is that Bob's wife? Oh, what's up? Praise Bob. Okay, let's see here. They could just say 2 billion. That's hilarious. Last Globebusters was a good one. Okay. Yo, tell Bob from Globebusters I said what's up, Cammy. What's up, Eric and you? I'm glad that you're here. Make sure you're subscribed to me and tell Bob I said praise Bob. All right, let me go back to my robots collecting Globe Earth Globe News. No. Well, I'm gonna have to end this live feed here soon because I just gave away the feed here, but you get the picture. So I still have a shit ton more of let's see here. I'm only on 4.9, so I still have a bunch more robots collecting research to do. And so I'll make another. I'll go live again on another live feed, and I'll name it like showing you how my robots are vastly superior to you and I. And I am the controller of the artificial intelligence now. So I control artificial intelligent bots that collect news from me from all over the globe, and and this is from 4.9. I'm at 4.9, so I still have about 20 days left to go of news here, and I can create a whole new live stream and do that. So I appreciate everyone being here. Love you all, and I appreciate your minimal amount of help and viewership that you give me. And to the loyal people, I do love you and appreciate you. And I need to collaborate with you and have you on my panel here in the near future. And I am the one who is creating the Flat Earth Globe Earth Alliance. And we will work on this. I will, and you'll be helping me. If not, you'll be left in the dust. Goodbye.